72 days after he became president of the Punjab Congress, Navjot Singh Sidhu has stepped down. It was Amrinder Singh who was coming to Delhi. He was supposed to meet Amit Shah and possibly even Jaiprakash Nadda, but in cricketing fashion, Navjot Singh Sidhu is the one who bowled the googly. What does this big googly mean for Punjab politics ahead of the elections due in a few months from now? Nobody is tracking the Punjab election scene in the way that we are on India Today, and that's my top focus on the news track.
Congress Punjab pot boiler goes nuclear. 72 days after anointment, Sidhu quits. Rahul and Priyanka chose him. Confirmed he was a bad choice. Gandhi's now troubleshoot Sidhu exit. Sidhu resignation bouncer. Big focus on News Track.
Here's a look at the headlines we are tracking on the News Track. As the Congress implodes, Captain Amrinder Singh lands in Delhi. He says Sidhu is laying the grounds for his exit from the Congress. Captain himself likely to meet Amit Shah and JP Nadda. Former JNU Student Union leader Kanhaiya Kumar joins the Congress. BJP hurls the Tukde Tukde jibe at the party. Big BJP Big Pakistan terror plot busted on the 5th anniversary of the surgical strikes. 19-year-old Lashkar terrorist captured in Uri. 7 terrorists killed in the last week. Poll panel 6 report on the violence in Bhabanipur. Kolkata High Court says polls to go as per schedule on Thursday. The Punjab Congress implosion has gone nuclear. Navjot Singh Sidhu's resignation bouncer seems to have bowled out not just the state leadership, but also Rahul and Priyanka Gandhi. Remember, Sidhu was personally chosen by the Gandhi siblings as the Punjab Congress Committee chief. And within just 72 days, he's quit. Sidhu's resignation has set off a domino effect, with at least 3 other Punjab Congress leaders also quitting. The situation in Punjab for the Congress has gone from very bad to it can't get worse. It's a complete mess.
The Sardar struck once again. 72 days after anointment as the Punjab Congress chief, Navjot Singh Sidhu has quit the post. His resignation from the prized post he got after months of feud with Captain Amrinder Singh has come as shocker for the party high command. In a letter to Congress chief Sonia Gandhi, which he made public on Twitter, Sidhu said he will continue to work for the Congress, but cannot compromise on Punjab's future and welfare. Navjot Singh Sidhu is said to be miffed that he wasn't elevated to the CM's post. Sources say he had opposed allocation of home portfolio to Deputy CM Sukhjinder Singh Randhawa. According to sources, Sidhu was unhappy his camp members were overlooked during ministry formation. Former CM Captain Amrinder Singh, who was brought down after frequent sniping by Sidhu, tweeted, and I quote, "I told you so. Sidhu is an unstable man and is unfit for state of Punjab."
जहाँ तक सिद्धू की बात है, वो तो पहले दिन से मैंने कहा इज अनस्टेबल मैन, एंड टू हैव एन अनस्टेबल मैन कॉलिंग द शॉट्स इन जो हमारी एक सिक्योरिटी रिलेटेड होगी के साथ का पाकिस्तान का बॉर्डर है, इट वुड बी डेंजरस फॉर द सिक्योरिटी ऑफ द नेशन. मैं पहले भी यही कहा था और आज भी मेरी यही कहना है.
The whole episode has Congress in disarray.
देखिए, सिर्फ कोई पद के लिए कांग्रेस में लड़ाई नहीं होती है. उनका अगर खत भी देखो तो उन्होंने कहा है कि मैं पंजाब के लिए कांग्रेस के अंदर रह के काम करना चाहता हूँ. सही यही होगा कि पंजाब के इंचार्ज जो इस बात के ऊपर या हमारे ऑफिशियली जो इस इश्यू पे प्रेस होगी वही बताएंगे।
For the BJP, the crisis has given more ammunition to fire at the Congress.
कांग्रेस पार्टी वो कांग्रेस पार्टी है जिसकी नीतियां और जिसके कार्यक्रम और जिसके नेतृत्व पूरी तरह से नकारात्मकता से भरपूर रहे हैं और जिसका क्या असर उनके ऊपर दिखाई पड़ रहा है। ये उनकी अपनी किचकिच है। लेकिन कांग्रेस पार्टी को एक ही चीज़ कह सकते हैं कि अब कांग्रेस पार्टी कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रही, लग रहा है चूचू का मुरब्बा बन गई है।
Opposition parties in Punjab too jumped in.
देखिए, इससे ये पता चलता है नवजोत सिंह सिद्धू दलित विरोधी हैं। एक गरीब मां के बच्चे को मुख्यमंत्री बनता हुआ सह नहीं पाए नवजोत सिंह सिद्धू। कुछ दिन तो चल पाए मगर उसके बाद जो है उनका दर्द जो है बाहर छलक गया। मुझे बहुत दुख है कि नवजोत सिंह सिद्धू ऐसा कर रहे हैं।
ਜਿਹੜਾ ਨਵਜੋਤ ਸਿੱਧੂ ਹੈ ਆ ਮਿਸਗਾਈਡਡ ਮਜ਼ਾਈਲ ਹੈ। ਇਹਦਾ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿਹਦੇ ਤੇ ਡਿੱਗੂਗਾ ਤੇ ਕਿਹਨੂੰ ਮਾਰੂਗਾ। ਜਦੋਂ ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ ਬਣਿਆ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਕੈਪਟਨ ਤੇ ਡਿੱਗਿਆ, ਕੈਪਟਨ ਨੂੰ ਤਬਾਹ ਕੀਤਾ ਤੇ ਹੁਣ ਕਾਂਗਰਸ ਆਪਣੀ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਜਿਹਨੇ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ ਬਣਾਇਆ ਸੀ ਕਾਂਗਰਸ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਤੇ ਡਿੱਗ ਪਿਆ। ਹੁਣ ਕਾਂਗਰਸ ਦਾ ਸਫਾਇਆ ਕਰਤਾ ਨੇ।
As crisis unfolded in Punjab, Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi returned from Shimla. 5 months before elections in Punjab, the Congress, which was hoping for a second term, is at its wit's end. If the fight was between Sidhu and Amrinder earlier, the feud now is much bigger and has more players in it. Bureau Report, India Today.
So what happens next? And if you've been watching the news track, there is a sense of deja vu, because we've been saying from the first day on that Navjot Singh Sidhu is unpredictable, he's mercurial. He walked out on Mohammad Azharuddin when he was in the Indian playing 11. If somebody can do that, how can you trust the man with an important responsibility? And that is exactly what Amrinder Singh is saying, I told you so. It also demonstrates just how inept the Gandhi siblings are in their understanding of people and politics. You have handpicked somebody for an important responsibility in one of the very few states you still have left. That man turns on you. I mean, just look at the level of confidence they have in Sidhu, Sidhu has in them, that he decides to say tata bye-bye. Joining me on the broadcast, I want to welcome at this time R.P. Singh, he's from the BJP. We've got Paramban Singh Romana from the Akali Dal, Ahab Singh Grewal from the Aam Aadmi Party. I must say very clearly that the Congress has refused to join. They say we will not talk. With me in the studio is Harmeet Singh Shah. He is a senior editor with India Today, tracks the politics of Punjab very, very closely. We have Rashid Kidwai, long-time watcher of the Congress party, and he in fact was enthused when Navjot Singh Sidhu was announced, made it seem as if a decision has been taken and that the party and the family was on top of what was happening. I'm interested in knowing what Rashid Kidwai has to say, because he had a few snide comments the last time he was on the show. So Rashid, welcome back. And Rajdeep Sardesai joins me. Rajdeep too was suggesting that maybe they've ironed it out and possibly fixed it out, although you were more critical than Rashid was when the last time we had it.
Very unfair.
This
very
is
unfair.
Rajdeep,
I have been very critical of Mr. Navjot Singh Sidhu's unpredictability. In fact, both Harmeet, who called it a master stroke, and Rashid, who was suggesting that this was going to be smooth. I have maintained from day one that Navjot Singh Sidhu is an unguided missile.
No, so in cricket,
only thing predictable is his unpredictability.
No, but in cricketing parlance, just imagine that you are sitting in the audience and you think that the pitch is in front and you're expecting the batsman to step out like Sidhu did in his heydays, whacking Shane Warne, dancing down the track over long on. That's what you'd expect, except Sidhu turns around where the ball is not even coming from there, because the ball is Amrinder Singh. Amrinder Singh is coming to Delhi and you think he's meeting Amit Shah, and Sidhu whacks the ball out of the park on the wrong side. Nobody was batting there, no one was bowling there. That's Navjot Singh Sidhu for you.
Rahul, you are looking at one side of Mr. Sidhu.
Yes.
Mr. Sidhu was an outstanding player of spin bowling when he stepped out and hit lofted players. But remember, it was the same Sidhu who was called a strokeless wonder when he started off his career in 83, comes out in 87 as sixer Sidhu, then walks out of a series in 1996, reasons for which we still don't know. So he's an unpredictable character. Now, that's been known in the cricketing arena as well. Here's someone who was with the BJP for years, got a Rajya Sabha from a nominated category, leaves that. You don't know what he's going to do next. He was also, by all indications, talking to the AAP in 2016, seeing whether there were possibilities there. He is clearly very ambitious, believes that he is a man of destiny. All that is very well. But when you removed someone to bring in Mr. Sidhu, you jolly well be sure that he's going to stick on.
Whether he's on your franchise at all or he'll walk away.
You know, that's the point, Rahul, about what has happened at the moment. That clearly Sidhu has, like it or not, put the Congress on a sticky wicket, embarrassed them to an extent. You've got rid of Captain
Sticky wicket. He's put landmines on the wicket, and the landmines have RDX in them, Rajdeep. You know, he's blowing up in the face of the Punjab Congress.
You know, the flip side of it is it could be a blessing in disguise.
For whom?
For the Congress, in a strange way.
You've seen that one meme which has gone viral. It's a little impolite and improper, unpolitical. So I won't put it out, but it's got Navjot Singh Sidhu standing behind Amit Shah, and he says, "Paji, kaam ho gaya."
Yeah, I know. But you see, look, we don't know what Sidhu will do next. The question is, Rahul, and this is an important point, I think, in general for politics. Politicians tend to go with the person who's seen as a crowd puller. You know, he's going to bring in the crowds. He's a charismatic orator. What they forget, if you're party president, then you have to be an organizational man. And we've seen this in the past. I remember in Uttar Pradesh, Raj Babbar was made the Congress chief. Why is he being made?
Kapil Sharma, the comedian to Punjab, he'll be a crowd puller.
You see, organization, running a party is like running a team. You can't be an individualist. You can do it in a regional party. Perhaps you can get away like a Mamata Banerjee can, or Jayalalitha would in an AIDMK. But in a party like the Congress, or dare I say even the BJP, there are limits to what even a Narendra Modi ji can do, or indeed what a Rahul Gandhi can do. So, Rashid, wheels within wheels. That's the difference.
Kidwai, you were on our broadcast. You took a few snide pot shots. We let that pass at that moment because that ball was up in the air. Now we know which side of the park it's fallen, and it's caught. It's caught out. Navjot Singh Sidhu has taken his own team. He's going to hit the wicket himself. So what do you think is really going on here?
Rahul, your formulation is maybe correct, but your conclusion is wrong. Things are not over as yet. I think, it depends what happens next, how Gandhi's deal with Sidhu, or how, Sidhu cements his ties with the Congress further. A lot of things will depend in next 24, 48 hours. Fact of the matter is Sidhu is occupying central stage of politics in Punjab. Everyone is looking at him. And, all those other players have become, they are nowhere in picture. And this is what happens many times. Rajdeep would vouch, whether it was VP Singh or it was, Arvind Kejriwal, they all did that. Remember, Punjab politics or Congress politics is handled by two sportspersons, and Rajdeep would call them right. One is Navjot Sidhu, other is Pragat Singh. Things are, they're pushed into, in a corner. These are a slog over situation when run rate has gone up. Or in hockey situation, it's like, you are 2 down, 3 down or something like that. But these people still have a capability to pull it off. Let me tell you just one sentence. See, Sidhu wanted clean slate, corruption-free Congress, corruption-free governance. If it was short of it, in his assessment, Congress would not make it. So that is why he's doing it. To put so much weightage to what Amrinder Singh is saying, I told you so. Here is the Chief Minister, a former Chief Minister, 78 MLAs, wrote on a piece of paper saying that they don't want him. We are
one second, Rashid Kidwai, what does it say about the political judgment of Mr. and Mrs. Gandhi, the younger Gandhi siblings, who picked a man who stuck a finger in their eye? Now, if, for example, Navjot Singh Sidhu didn't like some of the appointments which were made in different ministerial positions in the Punjab government, he should have spoken to them. I know they were holidaying, I don't know how accessible they were, but he's ruined their holiday as well. They were happy holidaying in their home near Shimla, and now he's ruined their holiday and he's supposed to be their man. Rashid Kidwai, this is hardly the way a team player behaves.
Again, I would say, Rahul, please, you see, the media doesn't work. I mean, the political parties don't work the way, media wants them to. There are 3 layers. First of all, it is, Channi who has to satisfy Sidhu. Second would come AICC General Secretary. Third will come, the Congress leadership. I am not denying it's not a messy situation, but I am saying there is still an opportunity and opening for the Congress, because after all, they are dominating the, entire narrative. And if Mr. Sidhu can pull it off, that, he is Mr. Clean, he is the one who wants, good governance, he's the one who's going to go after...
No, this is like blackmailing the party. One second, I don't know what opportunity you're looking at.
You may say,
this
again,
is like...
I would give UP example. What happened to Mr. A.K. Sharma episode? How many MLAs had written? What did, the UP Chief Minister do? So all political parties battle this. It's there, it's happened in Karnataka, it's happening.
Yogi Adityanath hasn't said a word against Narendra Modi, Amit Shah, or JP Nadda. It's very different to just decide that I will put in my... I will resign. I'm done. This is just irresponsible behavior, Rajdeep. This is like picking, like we decide to pick Harmeet as the editor of our new Punjab channel. And he doesn't agree with the call that's taken. He says, okay, forget it, I'm no longer editor. Either you do this my way or I'm going back to Canada. It doesn't work like that.
No, you see, it doesn't work like that. More importantly, Sidhu has to take along the sub-regional satraps of Punjab. There's a new chief minister. We are forgetting Mr. Channi has been made chief minister just a week ago. And it was a major move. To make a Dalit Sikh was a major move for Punjab. Now, it gives the opposition a sense to say that, look, Sidhu can't work with the Dalit Sikh chief minister. This is Judge Sikh politics. That's what they're already saying. Some of them
is saying this.
But more crucially, I maintain, you see, it is one thing to be a charismatic crowd puller. It is another thing to be organizationally a man who is able to take along people as a team leader. What is actually happening is not so much the Congress imploding. The Congress, I think, is still a strong party in Punjab. What is happening is because the Congress leadership for a while put all its eggs, it appeared in Sidhu's basket to the point of forcing the resignation of a former chief minister. It becomes a huge embarrassment where the person you've chosen within 72 days has chosen on the basis of the fact that certain officials appointed by the new chief minister are people who he believes have a taint. Now you can talk to the chief minister, work it out with Channi. Surely this is how you do it in politics. You do a bit of give and take. But Sidhu's my way or the highway is a bad way.
But he has a track record. It's not my way or the highway today. He's always been like that.
Sure it is.
Ask Mohammad Azharuddin, he'll tell you more.
But it shows the lack of options today in Punjab. All political parties have...
You being on the show with him and you calling this a masterstroke.
No. I
to him. He said about Channi.
I said about Channi. Channi was a masterstroke given, you have 32% of your population, Dalit population, and you have a chief minister who is a Dalit. But when I see Sidhu, and I agree with Rajdeep here, when he says that it could be a blessing in disguise, it can be a blessing in disguise because when now Channi is equally media savvy, the way he communicates with the people, the way he projects himself in public domain, and that's very impressive. So one thing is absolutely clear, that at the center of all these gimmicks and tantrums are the Badals. So if
what's the masterstroke?
The masterstroke was Channi. Masterstroke was the appointment of Channi, not...
how is Sidhu's exit a masterstroke?
No, Sidhu's exit is not a masterstroke.
This is a big siapa, it's not a masterstroke.
This can be a blessing in disguise.
For whom?
For
the Badals maybe, for Aam Aadmi Party most certainly.
For Chief Minister Channi. Because, you don't have a strong man, your strong-willed leader as Congress president on your head who is dictating terms. Now you have to act on your own. And if you are able to act against the Badals, which, Sidhu has built all his politics on the events that unfolded in 2015, the sacrilege issue, the issue of police firing.
So in your view, does Sidhu still have a future in the Congress, or now Channi will lead the Congress to power?
Channi can be a face in Punjab Congress. Channi can be a face because there is an alternative.
So Sidhu is now out of Punjab 11.
As of now, nobody is indispensable in politics.
No, because Rashid Kidwai was suggesting that maybe he'll be back.
No, I think his options, Rahul, are shrinking.
Yes.
Because you can't be beyond a point. Beyond a point, no one can take unpredictability. You see, he's I think stretched it to the limit.
Yeah.
Resigned as minister, then threatened to leave and join APA unless he was made party president, wanted Amrinder out. I think we've reached that stage where Sidhu will be seen, as I keep repeating, as an unguided missile who can't work in a team. But the Aam Aadmi Party is looking for a face. Now,
Kejriwal will say nothing doing.
No, we don't
I don't
know that.
want
No,
Sidhu.
we don't know. We
Come
don't
on.
know.
You
We
think
don't know.
after what's happening, Kejriwal will want Sidhu? He'll do the same to Kejriwal. He's done it to Azharuddin. He's done it to Channi. He's done it to Rahul Gandhi.
Aam Aadmi Party's local leadership, will they be, accepting Sidhu? Will they invite Sidhu?
We don't know.
Come here and, sit on our head. Today they held a press conference
No,
and
the
they said
more
that
the
he's
Congress
anti-Dalit
fights,
and
the better it is for the Aam Aadmi Party. Let's ask Ahab Singh Grewal. Sidhu's knocking on Kejriwal's door, hypothetically. If that happens, is Kejriwal saying come in or buzz off? Ahab Singh Grewal? आप म्यूट पे हो सर, बोली जा रहे हो, म्यूट थोड़ा जा हटा दो.
Hello.
Yes, go on, sir.
Hello. It's very predictable. I can hear, and I like to differ with all of us. Why? Because let me take a small prediction here. Sidhu is going to be back at the helm within the next 72 hours, number one. Number two, they have not done anything. The Congress High Command has not done anything. All they've done is kind of made up a balance. Gurjeet is back, Bading is back. All the mafias are in place. They need the money. 4 months before the elections, they need the money. Sidhu will throw his little tantrum. They will have everybody together, and Sidhu will be back at the helm within the next 72 hours, number one.
Blackmail!
Number two,
that is political blackmail. Will they put up with such political blackmail? He'll keep sticking his eye into the eyes of the Gandhis. How long will they put up with it?
You know what? Because the Gandhis have put him up to this. The Gandhis have put him up to this. Let me just be a little selfish and say that he has done it specifically before Kejriwal is coming into Punjab, so that he can just try to change the narrative a bit. He's a showman. He's been on television. He knows all about TRPs. He knows how they function. Number one. Number two, Sidhu and Channi government is no different from Amrinder Singh government. The only difference is that now many people have the piece of the pie. Earlier only Amrinder was having it, and that was the trouble with the whole lot. The thing we are very surprised about is that people who are sitting outside Punjab, they might see it differently. But it is called Uttar Kato, Mahkama in Punjabi, when still fight over who will be on top.
No, so there are parts of what you're saying I agree with. There are parts of what you're saying I completely disagree with. Surely he understands TRPs, and if you were a television producer, the Congress would have been hoping that Kanhaiya coming into the party, which is supposed to be like a really big deal, that is not just one-way exit traffic, you got a young man coming in, that would have been the headline. Amrinder tried to steal that headline when he came here, and it seemed as if Amrinder meeting, or the prospect of Amrinder meeting Amit Shah would be the headline. Navjot Singh Sidhu came in straight out of a reality TV show and said, "Nahi, hat jao, I am the headline and I will be there and I don't want anybody else in the headlines." And to that extent, Rajdeep, it worked. But politics is not about entertainment. Politics is not about who can be the best comedian or the best showman.
Look, I think Punjab is a very complicated state at the moment, because you've got a lot of X factors. Sidhu is only one of them. The other big one is farm laws. You've got Captain Amrinder Singh, who as we speak is in Delhi. Amidst reports that he's going to meet.
Is he joining BJP?
No, look, I don't think anything can happen overnight. There I agree with Rashid that sometimes, we expect things to happen in fast forward mode. They won't. But an X factor is, what will Captain do? An X factor is, what happens to the farm laws? Will the government, the centre, reach out to the farmers and then make it easier possibly for a Captain Amrinder Singh to strike a deal with the centre? X factor is the Aam Aadmi Party willing to take the risk of a Navjot Sidhu, or dare I say a Pargat Singh, who perhaps is seen as a little bit more stable but also has a reputation of being strong on corruption? Is a Judge Sikh? Could he be the person who could become a face of the Aam Aadmi Party? I think the Akalis are finding it difficult at the moment. They've been cornered, particularly with Channi coming in, because now you've got a situation where the BSP alliance, which they were counting on, the Congress has a strong opportunity to project Channi in the next 3 months. How effectively will he be projected? But it's a state with a 32% Dalit population. So you've got that factor. The Akalis will bank on a polarization that the Judge Sikh will polarize if Channi is seen as a Dalit. So there are lots of X factors. I don't think we've seen the last act in the Punjab drama. We clearly have
but
not.
This is not the house of the big boss. This is not how the Congress should be preparing for the state elections, given that this is the only state in North India they still rule. RP saying, is Captain Amrinder Singh going to join the BJP? Ki kar rahe ho tusi?
Well, Kamal, before I get Rahul answer that, let's understand what's happening with the Congress first. They have a weak central leadership, and who can't take decisions, and decisions they take they're not sure about the decisions which they have taken. And The state leadership are on their own. They decide whatever they want to decide. I mean, do this happen in other parties?
Oh, you're telling us what we know. Answer the question that I don't know. Is Captain Amrinder Singh joining the BJP or not?
You should ask this question to Captain. Why us? Ask this question to Captain, or ask this question to Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Vadra, to whom Captain said that they have humiliated him. They have virtually rubbed salt on his wound. So the Captain need to answer Rahul Gandhi or Priyanka Vadra.
Let me phrase that question differently. RP Singh, please don't try and be so naive on national television. People understand your involvement with Punjab politics well. Is the BJP opening its doors to Captain Amrinder Singh to join in if he so chooses?
Has Captain said so? If he says so, we'll think about it. Why are you asking us this question?
Sir, you'll have to invite him. He's captain. Right now, the BJP's image in Punjab isn't very bright, as you know well. If you say, if Captain Amrinder Singh says no, you will. He's the Maharaja of Patiala. He's been the Chief Minister of Punjab. You'll have to lay out the red carpet. Are you willing to lay out the red carpet for Captain Amrinder Singh or not?
Rahul, on your Hindi channel, few days back, I said, by 30th November, the complete scenario will change, and then BJP will be there rocking. I mean, mark my word, by 30th November, things will change.
Let me ask you another direct question. Sir, you're not answering. I'm going to press further. RP Singh, I ask you and I ask you again, is the BJP willing to lay out the red carpet for Captain Amrinder Singh to join them?
No, again, you're asking a right question to a wrong person. You should ask this question to Captain Amrinder Singh. And then
I'm asking you whether you want him to join or not. How can I ask? No. How is that the wrong question? It's the right question to the right person.
No, not me. I mean, Captain is the right person to answer that, but let's talk about Sidhu also.
Man, I am the host. I am asking you the question. तुसी अपना सवाल का जवाब दे रहे हो. मैं जो पूछ रहा हूँ बताओ मेनू. I am asking you a straight question. Are you wanting Captain Amrinder Singh to pad up for your team or not?
Sir, a captain दसूगा कि उधर manage किए. How do I know what is the captain's heart and mind? I mean, that captain has to open his card.
Okay, second question.
Then we can think about anything. We can take a call after that, but captain has to take a call first.
Sure,
first call has to come from captain.
No, sure. Second question. Is the BJP working towards abrogating the farm laws? You're talking about changing the BJP's perception in Punjab. The big buzz at this time is that the BJP has realized that these farm laws are a bad idea ahead of the Punjab elections. While you would like to push ahead with them, given the blowback, is the BJP now contemplating taking them back?
No way. Farm laws are good idea. I don't know why you say it's bad idea. Only thing is, they have been presented that way in Punjab, and then a bit of Haryana, and then a bit of Western UP. Otherwise, they are a very good idea. Countrywide farmers have accepted it. And let me tell you, in Captain's own constituency in Patiala, the farmers have not joined the farmers education here.
No, but it's very clear, Harmeet, no matter what RP Singh says at this moment, if the BJP wants Captain Amrinder Singh to join the BJP, the farm laws need to go. He can't just, given the current image of the BJP in Punjab, he can't just pad up for the BJP without having something to show. If he tells the farmers of Punjab, the farm laws are gone and that's why I've joined, that's a possible theory he can try and sell. Otherwise, is that at all possible? What's your reading?
I don't think so. You know, yes, we live in the realm of speculation, and the captain has always been speaking the language of New Delhi. He's talking about, he has always spoken about, especially since the rise of Sidhu in Punjab Congress, he has always spoken about national security. He's always spoken about borders.
He's an army man.
But he's an army man, but you know, he's a chief minister. And so far as these issues are concerned, you have a central government, a very strong central government, and these are issues of central domain. Okay, you are chief minister, you can talk about them. But over and over, you know, whenever you have to attack Sidhu, you talk about Pakistan. You have to attack Sidhu, you talk about borders, as if there is no BSF there, as if there is no professional army there. So in a way, he has sent a message out to the Punjabi voters, unfortunately for him, that, you know, he is in sync with the central government which introduced farm laws. Now again, you know, if you have him back as some kind of a mediator, hypothetically, who is dealing with the farmers, the question arises, will the farmers accept his mediation?
So I had a chat with Captain Amrinder Singh this afternoon. I'm not at liberty to, you know, talk about what we discussed, but your sense of whether he'll be okay padding up for the BJP?
Oh, absolutely. Look, what are his options today? Where does the captain go? Padding up for the BJP or in some kind of relationship with the centre?
No, I'm talking about padding up for the BJP at this moment.
padding up for the BJP at this moment appears unlikely. However, in the near future, having some kind of a relationship with the centre, maybe forming his own party as he did in the 1990s.
No, but there's a big difference. He was 20 years younger.
Sure he was. So therefore his options at the moment are limited within the Congress. He's watching what is happening play out in front of him. Channi has been made. Clearly the Congress has decided to move beyond Amrinder. That's clear. He can't go as of now today with the Akalis. He's not unlikely to go and accept a position. That's also ruled out. Where does he go? The BJP offers him an option. Over the last few years, many of his statements have mirrored what the BJP leadership at the centre has said. He can be projected as a strongman leader of Punjab by the BJP even at the age of 79. His only hindrance at the moment
I don't know why you're saying
that it's BJP because of the farm laws.
One second, I don't understand why you're saying his comments are in sync with the BJP leadership. If he's taking a strong position on the ISI or the Pak Army chief or terrorism or national security, those are things any right-thinking Indian should do.
No, 1 minute. They were at odds with some of the things that his own partymen spoke about. I'll give you two instances. One was Jallianwala Bagh recently. You will see what Captain Amrinder Singh said, which was directly opposite to what Rahul Gandhi said on the issue. You will see how the captain's positions on Navjot Singh Sidhu going to Pakistan at the Kartarpur corridor opening, vis-a-vis where the captain's position and that of his party seem to be at variance, or at least the Sidhu-led faction, if we want to call it, within the party. So there are areas where the captain has been seen to be a strong nationalist. Now you could argue that what's wrong with that? Nothing wrong with that.
No, and for a border state, thank God for that.
If you might even remember when the Balakot attack took place, when the likes of Digvijay Singh within the Congress were questioning what had happened, captain stood with the government. Now,
and we know that Captain Amrinder Singh has a good equation with Prime Minister Modi. I know on first hand that the Home Minister Amit Shah has respect for Captain Amrinder Singh and saying thank God that he's Chief Minister. At least we have a strong man in charge of a border state.
It makes it easier. My point is it makes it easier for the BJP to explain why Captain is joining the BJP and for Captain also to make his way towards the BJP. What else? What are his options?
No, but if the farm laws stay, it's very difficult for the
So the farm laws will also in some way, I believe, be softened. In some way. That's why.
But we also know that the Prime Minister believes personally in the need to come up with these farm laws to push them through, how the movement's been hijacked by vested interests in the Arthiyas, and therefore will he pull back after having invested so much political capital? It's a big question for a state where they don't have much to gain. Remember, even if Captain Amrinder Singh comes, it's not as if on his personal presence in the BJP, he can lead the BJP to power. That's highly unlikely. He'll soften the blow, there'll be lesser negativity, people will not be as repelled by the BJP as they are in Punjab at the moment, but it's not like he can turn around the fortune. That's a very tough ask. But I want to go across now to Parambans Singh Romana from the Akali Dal, because the Akalis do benefit from this. You must be having a good time. I saw Sukhbir Badal, he was just so happy and full of life when he says, look at Navjot Singh Sidhu, he was made the Mukhya and look at what he's done. Are you laughing all the way with the way it's blowing up in the Congress, Mr. Romana?
See, Mr. Badal, it's not only today he said that. We have maintained that since day one, that Sidhu is an unguided missile. He's a human bomb who goes and damages the very organization or party that he goes into. He's not a threat to political rivals. He's a threat to the party he himself is in, actually. And today, what is the situation today? The situation today, people are trying to give a spin to it, that he's resigned because of so-and-so appointment. He's resigned because his guys have not been made ministers. He's resigned because he's not been taken on board for certain decisions. Let me tell you one thing, and this thing will also become clear to you in the days to come. We in Punjab know him better. He will not resign for anybody. He will not resign even for his wife or his family, leave alone anybody else who's associated with him. He is too full of me, myself, and everything.
So what do you think is at play? What's the end game?
That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm just coming to. When Mr. Channi was made the Chief Minister, the whole issue is that Mr. Sidhu and some people like him in the Congress could not digest a Dalit becoming a Chief Minister. When he was first announced as the Chief Minister, Mr. Sidhu had thought that he's going to have the strings in his hands and pull him like a puppet and make him to do any decision that he wants to. He'll make Channi Saab take that decision. Whether Mr. Sidhu, you won't believe it, Mr. Rahul, that he goes to the lowest level of appointment of constables also. He can leave you for that also. So let me tell you one thing. When Mr. Channi started taking decisions independently, that was when the problems came up. There are a lot of people in the Congress who are telling Mr. Channi that you are the chief minister now. You have to break free of Sidhu. You can't be binded by his
Look at how charged up the Akalis are. You know, this is a tough election for them. Suddenly, with all the infighting, as they say, Siapa in the Congress in Punjab, they're feeling okay. Maybe things aren't so bad. Maybe we have a shot at bouncing back.
Jitin Prasad has just tweeted, the Congress first humiliates a war veteran from a border state and then actively promotes those who support the division of India. It's baffling. So they've tried to contrast what's happened with Captain Amrinder Singh with Kanhaiya Kumar and Jignesh Mevani, projecting them as the BJP does as the Tukde gang. So clearly the BJP has already started to make overtures towards Captain Amrinder Singh.
Mr. Rahul, I'll just take a second now. Mr. Harmeet Ji was saying that the Akalis are feeling cornered because Congress has projected Mr. Channi. Well, we have been saying that since day one. I had said on Rajdeep Ji's show also that let the Congress project Mr. Channi. The whole issue is they're not projecting him. Let them announce him as their face for the 2022 election.
But now but that's exactly it. Now that door opens, sir. Now, whatever happens, Channi is the man.
Channi was the night watchman. He's got rid of the captain. Now suddenly he's the only captain around.
Rahul, in the 5 days that we've been in Punjab, the people I have spoken to say Channi is already turning out to be an X factor. You see, sometimes you put in someone as a night watchman and the night watchman goes like Tony Mann did in the 1970s for Australia and scores a century. There are cases of night watchmen who bat till lunchtime the next day. As of today, Channi becomes a difficult candidate for all parties. Dalit, 32% vote. Let all these political parties of Punjab say what they want. All of them have tried the Dalit vote in this election. The BJP is desperate for it. The Akalis tied up with the BSP because they want the Dalit vote. And the Congress traditionally has had a strong Dalit presence. So, that becomes an X factor. Don't believe that Channi is only a night watchman. Sidhu's exit, if it happens, the other big beneficiary is Channi. Because Channi becomes suddenly much stronger than he was if he had Sidhu's shadow over it. Let the Akalis openly take on Channi. It's much easier for them to take on other leaders, to take on with the BSP on your side, to take on a Dalit Sikh chief minister, unless you are able to have proven charges of corruption in the next few months against him, will not be easy.
Rajdeep, it's not as simple as you make it out to be, because with Sidhu gone, you already had Razia Sultana quitting. You had multiple people in the Congress who simply don't want to be part of this team because they themselves will fight Channi.
Sure. There'll be a split in the Congress. Now that doesn't help.
You already have one Amrinder split. You have one Sidhu split. You have all these other people who are unhappy with the Channi.
Picture abhi baki hai. Arvind Kejriwal is going day after
it's
tomorrow.
It's Armageddon, Rajdeep. It's not picture abhi baki hai. This is political Armageddon.
There I agree with Rashid. Let's not over exaggerate also. In 2 days time, Kejriwal is going. Who knows who he will project. I would say picture abhi baki hai. This is going to play out. It's like an unfolding political drama because Punjab...
It's a tragedy. It's a political tragedy from the Congress's perspective.
Small thing, Rahul.
It's drama only if you're a political commentator.
This is the first big Punjab election without the overwhelming presence of a second, you could argue, of Prakash Singh Badal as the driving force for the Akalis. Captain Amrinder Singh, the stalwart of the Congress, is no longer there to lead the party. The Aam Aadmi Party is struggling to find a face. There's a vacuum. Who fills that vacuum?
But why couldn't they handle this better? The Gandhis, Rashid Kidwai were holidaying in Shimla. Why could they not handle this better? Surely when the new Channi cabinet was being allocated portfolios, they should have got onto the phone with the man they've picked themselves to be the party Pradesh chief and ensured that he was okay with the situation or worked out some kind of an arrangement which wouldn't see this kind of nuclear cloud over their heads later.
Rahul, I think we should make up our mind whether Gandhis are autocrats or they're democrats. We should get that particular part right whenever we say that. Otherwise, we would have been saying, oh, the list came from Delhi. See, it is not like this. Punjabis are very emotional people. Sidhu has taken an emotional stand. How it plays out, I agree with Rajdeep, the many X factors. But to say that Akalis the BJP and Amrinder would be a good combination. I do not. It just reminds me 1996 when the Congress went alone in Tamil Nadu and tied up later on with Tamil Manila Congress that had G.K. Mupnar and P. Chidambaram. I remember I asked Manishankar Iyer. He said, "What is 0 plus 0?" So please try to understand some ground realities.
No, one second. Amrinder Singh is not 0 in Punjab, so that's the first big difference. It's not like the Congress in Tamil Nadu.
58 MLAs stood by Bhupesh Baghel. If tomorrow, there is a move to remove, Rajasthan Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot, 30-40 MLAs would protest. Not one MLA stood by Captain Amrinder Singh. This is a very telling commentary, my friend. Try to understand that.
No, I agree. I agree with Rashid. What is very clear is that the legislators wanted Captain out. My point is they wanted Captain out 6 months ago also. The Congress dithered and dilly-dallied over it, like they seem to be doing at the moment in several of their decision-making in the states that are going to power.
But you can't be holidaying in the hills. No, you have to be out in the job.
So what has happened yesterday? Yesterday, a former Congress Chief Minister of Goa, a former Congress Chief Minister of Goa, Luisdin Falero, has quit the Congress. He's likely to join the TMC tomorrow. You've got a situation in Uttarakhand, a state where the Congress has a chance because there seems to be overwhelmingly, at least on prima facie, when you have 3 chief ministers in a year, anti-incumbency against the BJP, but the Congress is struggling to keep its organization together and give it a face. Who do you give a face? In Punjab, you seem to have at least press the self-destruct button in a way by putting Sidhu in the manner that you did. It wasn't about removing Captain Amrinder Singh. That should have also been done more gracefully, should have been done earlier, respecting the stature of the man. But whether it could have been done better is a huge question mark also. You've got, therefore, in state after state that are going to the polls, you've got Gujarat, where again the AAP is making
Who does this remind you of? Does it remind you of Bahadur Shah Zafar in some ways?
Rahul, I think
decisions
clearly
taken
I would
being
say
so inexplicable.
You could certainly make the analogy that the Congress is this grand old party, as they keep saying, which is in decline. There is no doubt in my mind that it's a party which is in decline as election results.
Decline sounds like a very gentle and gradual word.
I am very hesitant to write the obituaries of parties. I remember in 2008-9 being in discussions like this where people were writing the obituaries of the BJP after the 2009 defeat.
No, but Rajdeep, there's a big difference. It's not about writing the obituary of the party.
Yes.
It's about questioning the leadership that takes a decision to make a man in charge who's not in your control, who can stick a finger in your eye at any time.
I couldn't agree with you more, Rahul, and I think one of the biggest challenges...
And you made that decision.
I couldn't agree with you more, Rahul, and I made this in a column I wrote, that the biggest crisis, not just of Congress, but every party's generation, how do you achieve a generational transition? You've got a 79-year-old leader who suddenly said, look, I want to fight one more election, and you don't have a high command which is strong enough to ensure a peaceful generational transition, as we are seeing now, ends up therefore choosing possibly the wrong person in Navjot Sidhu to put their faith in. Now that shows poor choices.
More ego than brains.
No, look, when you are weak in Delhi, it also makes your task that much more difficult.
Which is why you need to be more collaborative in your approach, which is why you need strong people to back you.
Actually, ironically, the Congress in Punjab was way too democratic. They went and consulted every MLA. They should have done 1 year ago, you should have prepared your succession plan, told Captain, worked it out gracefully and had a new leadership in place.
And met him. Not slighted him.
Not just that.
They should have spoken to him.
You should have had Captain, Sidhu, all the various players in one room and resolved. Easier said than done for us. Politicians have huge egos and conflicting ambitions. But I think the conflict management of the Congress, which was critical. What used to happen when Ahmed Patel was there? Ahmed Patel knew how to manau Captain. He would also have someone as a handler for Sidhu. Now those people are gone. So therefore it's open season. Sidhu can one day hand over his resignation, main ja raha hu. Next day you have Captain saying I'm humiliated. You are creating its open season, because more than Bahadur Shah Zafar, what is clear at the moment, when the empire declines and when there is no strong center to it, everybody now tries to fill in the vacuum. Everybody now, Bhupesh Baghel can come and tell, virtually dare the High Command to remove him, as we saw. So I think that is the problem. The Congress has a serious problem of conflict management and generational management. Do you bring a Sachin Pilot? Because Ashok Gehlot says, I'm not leaving. What do you do then? I mean, how do you manage it? I think management in politics is important, but it also comes with power. The Congress doesn't have power today. The BJP has it, TMC has it. TMC can assure Luzdin Falero or Sushmita Dev a Rajya Sabha. The Congress can't even give anyone that today.
It's not about power, it's about your ability to work with people, to make them believe in your vision, believe in your leadership, to give it their best shot, because that's how you can work towards power. That doesn't happen if you're holidaying in Shimla and thinking once we come back we'll deal with it, because politics is a 24/7 relentless non-stop business. It's not as if you fly to Chandigarh, you've sworn in a new boy as chief minister and taken off for the hills because your holiday waits. Mr. Gandhi, that is not how politics works, and if that's the way you hope to do it, it's going to end up much worse than Bahadur Shah Zafar, I'm afraid. I'm going to end it over there. What this does do is that it makes the election in Punjab very exciting. So what we were thinking was that, there'll be full focus on Uttar Pradesh and everything else will be a sideshow. It does make the, and with Sidhu involved, it's true, there's theatre, there's drama, there's reality television, there's TRP and all that else. So it does make the Punjab election very exciting. Rajdeep and I are very, very excited, as is Harmeet, as is the entire India Today team, and I hope that you'll keep watching our coverage and tell us what you think of it. So we'll keep tracking this story very closely. We're slipping into a break and I have more for you. Rajdeep has Kanhaiya joining us.
No, Kanhaiya hopefully will join us tomorrow. But we have a few Punjab Congress leaders who have much to answer for, because, as you are seeing, the party is imploding in Punjab.
Okay, so we'll have part 2 coming up on News Today on the other side of a quick break. More details after these commercials. Stay with us.